Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today. As above, so below. We just want to say to each and every one of you guys, this is Moon's Day. This is Cancerian energy, and to each and every one of you guys that this is your first time in my live as you're being notified. I want to come on here and share some information. I am crowned Mafedifun Oya and Yanza. I'm also crowned Babaluaye, but I'm rocking Mafedifun Ochosi in honor of Minister Mario, son of Ochosi. And I want to come on here on my lives. Those that do not know, I'm an apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those are African traditional religions by which we harness, direct, and disperse energy, frequency, and vibration. One of the things that I do on my lives is I try to educate people, melanated people, when it comes down to the ATRs, and give many of you an opportunity to actually listen and hear from somebody that has been practicing magic since I was a child. I'm 51 years of age. In this month of December the 15th, I will be 52. And so I've been doing this considerably long time. I practiced and initiated in quite various ATRs. But at the end of the day, people are trying to have a better understanding, especially if you grew up in the church and you grew up in Christianity and you have church influence, or you left the church but you still got church influence but you practice in the ATRs or the black arts. It's still important that you have the understanding of what universal laws are and how they apply to each and every one of you guys. As you're coming, chiming in, and you've been notified that I am live on this Monday, I want to talk about something that is very significant to this energy that I'm going to discuss on today. And this will help you not only with other people, places, and things, but having a better understanding that when you are honestly are trying to learn spirituality, these are some of the things, blessings to you as well. These are some of the things that you need to consider when you are engaging with people, places, and things. And one of the things that I want to talk about on today is when you're dealing with a Sagittarius energy as a leader. If you find yourself in a church, you find yourself in an Elay, you find yourself in a Rama, you find yourself on a job, and that individual is a Sagittarius, it doesn't matter what level of maturity they are in, but if you find them in leadership position, there's certain things you need to understand. And reason I'm bringing this up, because I still have people not only in my church, but I also have people that interact with me, and they see me as Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. and not understanding the energy that I carry. And the reason why this is important, it's no different than you can be at a body of water. But if you're at the ocean, it's one thing. If you're at a lake, it's another. If you're at a river, it's another thing. And if you're at a pond or a swamp, these are all bodies of water. But because of how these energies are harnessed or directed, you may experience some very, very different things. Things exist. There's certain things that exist in the ocean that does not exist in a swamp. There's certain things that exist in a river that does not exist in a pond. And so all of these things that when people are engaging out here in these spiritual streets, they say that they want to learn spirituality, but the base of spirituality is understanding energy. So when you come into a live, or you come in, this is why you hear me say I'm a Sagittarius, my moon is in Aries, my rising sign is a Pisces. All of those are letting you know this is the type of energy. When I tell you that I am a 51-year-old Sagittarius, this lets you know that I've been operating in this Ache for 51 years, about to be 52. It also says that I understand what my cycles in my moon, which is in Aries, which is Mars. I understand my rising sign, which rules my head, the I am, which is Pisces. When you have somebody that skilled, that is constantly articulating to you what type of waters that you are entering into, and you totally, it's like when the lifeguard tells you that the waters are swimmable, but swim with caution. Or there's signs out there telling you that the waters are too rough, there's undertow, and you decide because of whatever, you're gonna swim in those waters. Let me explain some things to you guys. When you come on my live, you have to understand that a part of my spirituality is philosophy, which is wisdom. A part of my spirituality is higher mind. It doesn't matter if I was an Ifa, Voodoo, Christian, whether I was an atheist, whether I was a beginner, intermediate, or advanced. This Jupiterian energy is all about creating more of what is there. A lot of times when people come to me and they're talking and discussing, they're not considering that yes, he's a seer, yes, he's a conjurer, yes, he's a mystic, yes, he's a tata, yes, he's a paleto. But the energy that that man has and that man functions in is Sagittarian energy. And since we're in the season of Sagittarius, I'm going to do you a favor and explain why some of you have so many conflicts. First of all, Jupiter is the biggest planet in our solar system. The second biggest is Saturn. With that being said, Sagittarian people carry very big energy, very big frequency. Why that is important? Because if you're an individual that you like people that are quiet, serene, soft colors, soft spoken, then that energy or that, it's like you're going to the rapids, but you're looking for the lazy boy canal flow. The experience that you're gonna get with a fire sign is gonna be very different experience that you get with an earth sign or a water sign or a earth sign. Did I say that right? Earth, fire, water. Okay, yeah. So this is why this is important, because a lot of times people get offended when they are trying to get help from a Sagittarius and not understanding just because that's an apostle, a pastor, a teacher, evangelist, because they are a police officer, because they are this or their mama or daddy. You're still dealing with the element of fire, and you're dealing with somebody that perceives wisdom. They believe in philosophy. They believe in culture. They believe in being honest and direct with people. When you are a type of person, you're passive aggressive. A lot of times, if you don't consider that, when you're dealing with a Sagittarius spiritualist, what you're gonna feel like they're dismissing your feelings. You're gonna feel like they're condescending to your ideas, and then they're saying that the actions that you're taking are problematic. Now, Sagittarius believes in having a good time. A Sagittarius believes in having fun. But a Sagittarius believes in loyalty. A lot of people come around me and it's not that I'm doing anything wrong. If you come around me pretending, you're gonna have a problem. I don't even care if I like you, because I'm a type of individual, I can accept people for who they are. But I cannot accept people for who they pretend to be. You don't have to play rich. You don't have to play smart. You don't have to play cultured. You don't have to play. What happens a lot of times, a lot of people come into the lives of Sagittarius people, and what they forget is that they're dealing with fire. Fire means illumination. Fire also means that they are enlightened, and therefore, like Psalms 27, the Lord is my light and my salvation. You're not gonna get a lot of stuff over a Sagittarius. And this is the thing that I tell people oftentimes. Once I label you as a liar, I listen to nothing. You could be my mama. I'm not gonna listen to nothing you got to say. I don't care how much of a seer I am. I don't care how much of a conjurer I am. I don't care how much of a mystic I am. I don't care how much of a root worker I am. When it comes down to people, once I label you as a liar, every word you say gonna be held with a grain of salt. This is the problem that people have when you're dealing with spiritualists that have Sagittarius energy. The female version of masculine energy, because fire is a masculine energy. A lot of times people are able to take things off of male Sagittarius versus they're able to take those spiritual advice from spiritual females. And they just being honest. What I've tried to share, like, I'm a Sagittarius that was raised by a Virgo. Every live that I do, like whether it's on my TikTok account, whether it's on my YouTube account, I'm always educating people and telling people from day one. I was raised by a Virgo. What that should tell you is that Virgo are methodical people. They do things in order. Virgo is as the organizer of the universe. And so therefore, I'm a calculated risk taker. People think I'm dumb because I smile a lot and they think I'm friendly. So, not at all. Let me tell y'all something. When you see a Sagittarius smiling, it's because they don't want to have nothing. I have, when I was on my job, I played, because I dealt with a lot of racism on my job, I played fool. I'm going to say that again. Just because somebody play fool don't mean they're a fool. I smile. If you think I'm stupid, I work that to my advantage. I'm just being straight up with you. If you think I'm a type of person, whatever you say about me, don't mean that I think that of myself, but I will work that to my advantage because I have wisdom. And I get what I want and I get things done the way that I want them done. A lot of times when you are not understanding, when you're in the face of a Sagittarius, they rule the higher mind. The worst thing you can do with a Sag, it doesn't matter where they are in life, to think that you're actually in a place that they're intellectually, that these people are not thinking on higher levels. Because that is far from the truth. A lot of people get surprised when they encounter me and they say, oh my God, I did not know. I had a female preacher tell me one time, she said, my last name, she said, Ely, I didn't know you were that diverse. I said, you never asked. When people are engaging in me and they're like I don't know something, I don't say nothing. Sagittarians by nature are teachers of the zodiac. And so when a Sagittarius is being quiet around you, that means that they're not interested in you getting any type of information from them. A Sagittarius that is into you and loves you and cares about you, they're going to constantly be teaching you. They're going to constantly be shedding light on you. But this is the danger with a Sagittarius. After a while, when a Sagittarius deems you intellectually, I'm trying to say something nice, intellectually challenged, they don't want to have conversations with you anymore. Because Sagittarius is all about learning. Sagittarius love to learn from different cultures, different people, different places and things. And when a Sagittarius don't think they can learn something, but they ain't got nothing to say. Right. And they think they play you and they play you. Exactly. When I got into Ocha and people just were coming in, I wasn't saying that because you claim to be the expert, so I'm just here to learn. I'm talking about when you are actually dealing with a Sagittarius that's in authority. A Sagittarius is not going to let you override them. A Sagittarius is not going to let you rule them. A Sagittarius is not going to let you out-talk them and out-handle them, because that is a God complex. If a Sagittarius is in a place, they know they shit. They stuck. I'm on TikTok. All I'm saying is, a lot of you guys have encountered me and you've had bad experiences because you don't want to accept the fact that Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. is a Sag. You want to sit there and tell me a bunch of lies. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to have a lying conversation. I have a conversation, and I want to have a conversation that's going to lead to something, but I'm not going to have a stupid ass conversation. Some of you guys are conversating and you just regurgitate information. That's not a Sag. A Sagittarius wants to learn something from you. If they can't learn something from you, then they're going to teach you something. Because if you can't teach me, then you need to be quiet. And that's just not a Chief Apostle Ely. That's any Sag. Because we respect wisdom. We respect knowledge. We respect understanding. And why this is important? Because if you got a root worker and you want certain things to be done, and you want to do it in a and you want to sow sparingly, that Sag is going to have a problem. I was raised by a Sag, a gangster. Let me tell y'all something. When I get on social media, I am cool with people not wanting to hear what I got to say. Because the truth of the matter is, most people don't want to hear the truth. You cannot offend a Sagittarius when they're walking in their truth and they're walking in their peace. They're absolutely okay for you not talking to them, being bothered with them, or working with them. I'm going to say that again. what a lot of people don't understand about a Sagittarius, because a Sagittarius is still going to, because y'all, I tell you, my moon is in Aries, so therefore I grow by my personal independence. That's what happens in my church. That's what happens in my elay. When people think they're gonna pull the rug up under me, they don't realize I was taught every man for himself and God for them all. My mom taught us as a Virgo that it's better to have a tool and not need it and not have it. A lot of y'all like to talk trash, or y'all like to come across like you all this and a bag of chips, but you don't really have the evidence behind that. When that Sagittarius is talking, the average Sagittarius has accomplished certain things. They have experienced certain things, and they're going to challenge you because of this one thing. If you are truly who you say you are, you shouldn't have a problem with the truth. When you are struggling and you're saying you're an Ifa or Voodoo or Santeria or Kumi or Congo and all this, but you cannot manifest the magic, a Sagittarius is not interested. Let me tell y'all something. More people grow around me when they start understanding their energy. Instead of being offended with the truth, the wisdom, the knowledge that I share, they apply it in their lives and they make their lives better. The deception that people have when it comes to a Sagittarius is that you think I'm out here trying to change you. Sagittarius loves freedom. So however you choose to live your life is your business. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Don't confuse or conflate me accepting you for who you are, meaning that I agree with that and I'm going to live that way in my personal life. You can be a liar all day long. I just know you that you're a liar, and I just take what you say with a grain of salt. Yes, people hate me because I know them when they approach me. Let me explain something, y'all. One of the things that when I got into spirituality, because I was seeking the truth in every one of these ATRs. And I was uninterested in a form of godliness. And the only reason I'm discussing this is because I encounter so many people that actually love me as a person, but they have so many difficulties interacting and navigating with me. First of all, I don't want your advice when I don't think you're smart. I'm going to say this again. Because Sagittarius study culture, Chief Apostle, I've been following you since 2018, and my life has been better for it. Love you. I love you back. Thank you, Capital City Queen. I hope you're on my YouTube. Now, let me tell y'all this. I do not give unsolicited advice. There's a lot of people on these apps, they're always giving unsolicited advice. What that means, sir, ma'am, they give advice without you asking for it. I do not do that. I share knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and I let grown people make their choices of how they want to live. You show me where you are by the actions that you take. I'm never going to take your word. My moon is in Aries, so actions speak louder than words in my life. I'm not a window shopper. I'm not that way spiritually. I'm not that way physically. I'm not that way sexually. And these are the things that I'm addressing is, it's not just a root worker, a conjurer, a mystic, a tata, a mumbo, or hugan. You have to consider the energy or the waters of that energy that you are interacting with. And when you have a mindset that you are not, you're not actually trying to gain knowledge. You're actually not trying. You want to vent. Sagittarius people are not the best people to vent to. Because I'm a problem solver. And so therefore I'm not going to listen to you talk about something over and over when you're not going to take any action towards that. And these are the things that causes people. That's why I have a select clientele. I have a select people that I teach, I instruct, because I'm never going to sit there and allow you from month to month to week talk about the same thing and there's no resolution. That is asinine to a Sagittarius. This stuff is important. When it comes down to power, energy, frequency, and vibration. I have studied the craft. I know what works. I know what doesn't work. I know what moves for me. I know what doesn't move for me. Why is that important? Because when you are engaging with a spiritual leader, a Sag that is in leadership position, you're dealing with very big energy. Okay? What that means is Sagittarius takes up a lot of space. And they're territorial. That's why you'll hear me use terminology. That's my Leo. That's my Gemini. That's my this and that's my that. That is because Sagittarius was ever in their sphere. And let me tell y'all something about Sagittarians are natural generous people. Now the confusion is when you start making demands of a Sagittarian, it's no more generosity. I'm not obligated to do nothing for nobody. But if I like you, there's things that I would do out of generosity. Now, this is the thing that I try to tell Sagittarius people, especially in leadership positions. When people are in your space and they're trying to take up space in a space where you're in authority and they're not considering your authority, you're going to check them. What people don't like about Sagittarius people is that we have absolutely no problem checking you when you step in my space and you disregard my authority. I'm going to say this again. You cannot walk in the space or the place of a spiritual person that's in authority. E5 voodoo on a job, I don't care if they the head usher. They running that. You not finna come in, they don't want to hear your ideas because they don't think you smart. They don't care about your suggestion because you ain't on time. And Sagittarius people, as you see, we like to, a lot of people label it as us, we extra. No, you're doing too little, I'm doing me. I'm never going to step in an arena, in a practice and be basic. I'm going to say that again. When you don't like people that have style and a flair for color, don't have a flair for doing things with imagination and doing things like we like the style and profile. Like we like to represent. And we don't like to emulate other people. We also don't like to be emulated. Let me say this again. Sagittarius people do not like to be emulated because they don't like emulating other people. That don't mean that we don't learn from other people and we don't want other people to learn from them. But we want you to have your own individuality. So when I came on here, this is why I do the things that I do my way, because I am an individual and I like to add my flair to my spirituality. So when you come on here, you distinctly are dealing with Apostle Samuel Ely Jr. And whether I'm doing readings or whether I'm doing conjure, whether I'm doing mysticism, that's when it comes down even to the stuff I use in my conjure. I love my creativity. I have a God complex. I love authority. I love accomplishing things, but I like to learn from other cultures how other people do things. Doesn't mean I'm going to do it your way. It's just that I like to see how other people do their macaroni and cheese, their collard greens, how other people make money. I may never do what you do to make money, but I still want to know, because Sagittarius people like to explore. This is what happens with people. I remember talking to Minister Mario one day, and he told me, he said, I thought you said you admire my patience. I said, I do admire your patience. I never said I wanted your patience. I thought it was how you take out your time to pick out this, and I could never do that. I'm a fire sign. I like spontaneity. I like jumping up and doing stuff impulsively. That's my energy. That's when it's, whether it's conjure or anything else. But I do admire other things and people. And I think that when a Sagittarian is trying to compliment you, you think they want to be you. No. A Sagittarian say, you know what, that could never be me, but that's a great quality. But that ain't how I want to run my life. That's not how I want to function in my life. I was able to look at my spiritual dad at 13 and appreciate how he did things and knew that I never wanted a botanica. I was able to go to my Padrino and my Oba and look at how they did things and learn their culture. But at no time do I want to practice the Orisha the way that they do. That's a Sagittarius. A Sagittarius will learn from you, but they're not trying to do you. I'm going to say this again. A Sagittarius will learn from you because that's the fire element. The fire element is mutable. That element, they will see the enlightenment in how you do things. But at no time are they going to go back home and implement what you do as them. They're not interested in that. They want to learn. They want to comprehend things. They want to process things. They want to explore things. Because a Sagittarius, I don't care how many times you come on my live, it's going to be something different. I'm never going to be that type of spiritual person that's going to give you the same thing over and over. I'm never going to dress the same way. I'm never going to present my magic the same way. I'm not going to be repetitious. So if you're looking for consistency in the form of just having somebody to give you the same old word, the same old way, talk about the same type of niggas, the same type of people, that ain't Sagittarius. Why that's important, sir and ma'am? You're never going to excel with a Sagittarius being basic. You're going to constantly be offended with a Sagittarius, and you're going to always feel like a Sagittarius is putting you down. Don't ask us questions you don't want the truth to. I didn't say answer. Do not ask a Sagittarius a question that you don't want the truth to, because that's what we're going to give you. Because Sagittarius people, they study whatever craft they're in. Raised by you know I'm not lying. When I'm on my broadcast and I'm on my doing my things and stuff like that, I always say like, if I'm not lying and I'm telling the truth, then why are you not doing it? You're not gonna waste. I'm just telling y'all. You're gonna think that Sagittarius do not care about you. That Sagittarius is not gonna let you waste their time. You're not gonna be able to sell them dreams. I don't care if you do root work, conjure work, prayer work. If it ain't no manifestation, they're not interested. They're gonna give you an opportunity. Because if you're trying to learn, they want you to grow. Good day, Miss Whitney. I was just telling everybody, because she's a Sagittarius too, just telling people about Sagittarius energy as a leader. And when you carry big energy, people have a tendency to try to undercut you. People have a tendency to try to humble you. A lot of people try to label Sagittarius people as arrogant, and Sagittarius people are not arrogant. I hate that term. First of all, a Sagittarius is not arrogant. They're confident. Arrogant is to think of yourself more than you are. Confident is to have confidence in the things you have accomplished. And if you want me, and let me tell you another thing with Sagittarius fire. If you're looking for me to be this humble person, that ain't never been me. Even as a child, that ain't never been. You got to understand a Sag, and you have to be confident in yourself to engage with a Sagittarius, especially as a leader. Because that Sagittarius walks in a lot of confidence. Especially that a Sagittarius has did what they need to do in their life, they're going to excel. And they're going to accumulate, because Jupiter gives them not only luck, but Jupiter also magnifies whatever they got. If you deal with a Sagittarius, like I got a lot of hats, anything I'm into, I got an abundance of it. Let me tell y'all something, what people don't like about Sagittarius. And what I have problems in, because I'm talking about on my YouTube. Sagittarius, men and women always have options. I'm going to say this again. Whether it's a natural thing or a spiritual thing. Sagittarius people have options. And what that means to you, sir, ma'am, if that is a leader, don't you ever think that Alafia, don't ever think that you are the monkey that's gonna stop the show. I'm gonna say this again. What most people get involved with Sagittarius leaders and think that they're going to be able to say, this is what happened with Elijah when he thought he was the only prophet that God had. God said, I got 7,000. A Sagittarius, if you want to engage with them, don't act like you're the only one. That is not dismissing who you are or your value. But I promise you, whether they tell you or not, you can be replaced by it easily. Because a Sagittarius, just like I got more than one bracelet, I got more than one candle, I have more than one. If this break the day of tomorrow, I got more than one. That's just a Sagittarius. They live in abundance. What's up, Nicole? Much love to you, baby. A lot of y'all feel like Sagittarius can't be faithful. A Sagittarius can be faithful. But you can't walk into a Sagittarius life and act like you the only banana, you the only apple, you the only pear, you the only fruit. Because Sagittarius energy allows us to deal with variety. And this is how a lot of people get their feelings hurt. Because I don't just think one way. I don't just operate one way. I have multiple ways of making money. And so therefore, when somebody tries to hinder me in one area, this is how they get their feelings hurt. I know that's right. Huh? Because when you try to compete with me and you don't have the resources, you're going to go broke and hungry. You're going to be in a struggle when this is what I do. And when you don't like when somebody's straight up about their talent, their skills, their ability, let me tell y'all something. I've been on social media a minute. I already know they're not going to like my stuff. Can I be honest with y'all? I know that you don't like my stuff. When I say like, hit the like. But I know you like my stuff. I'm going to say this again because some of y'all look slow. I know you're not going to like my stuff. You're going to watch my videos, but you're not going to like it. But you like it. Because when you see a Sag, you see what you is or you see what you not. And when you're dealing with somebody with that kind of energy, you have to, as a Sagittarius, you got to be okay with people not giving you your just due. I know I preach most preachers. I prophesy most prophets. I cast out demons. I heal the sick. In old, I know I excel on a very high level. But when I go around pigeons, as an eagle, I ain't got nothing to say. I don't speak pigeon. And this is what people get offended with me. Apostle Ely, you ain't got nothing to say. I don't speak pigeon. I don't speak pigeon. I'm not trying to understand your fool. Our mother Susan is a Gemini, and she will always tell me, Apostle Ely, this is what they're thinking. I was like, I don't care what they would think. If a Sag does not perceive you as an intellectual, then they don't want to hear how your mind works. A Gemini wants to know how you think and how you, not a Sagittarius, but the opposite of a Sagittarius is a Gemini. And a lot of people, when you're not trying to understand, it's like I tell people on the job, the quicker you understand the energy of the people that are in charge, the better you can function. My mom ran her house. She used to tell me this. She said, you don't like my rules, get out my house. My mom's a Virgo. I didn't like her rules, but I couldn't afford to go. My mom go from mothering to smothering. Sagittarius, my mom had a Gemini, well, her oldest son, which is me, a Sagittarius, and my sister is a Gemini. She had two energies that like to be free. She liked to keep everything up on her arm. Virgo represents the mother of the earth. And so she want everything tidy. She want everything done her way, the way she said it. And that is not. When I tell people, let me tell y'all something. I was in a relationship. And this is what I told my ex. I told her this. I'm not mad with you. I'm mad with myself. So she said, what do you mean? I said, if I would have never stooped low, you would have never licked me in the face. See, I don't blame people when I make a decision to engage with them, because when I knew that you wasn't on that level, when I knew that you wasn't about that life, and I still chose to deal with you, then I accept the consequences of that. I'm never gonna let you be the reason why I made my decision, because I made my decision. But what happens is that what the problem is, when most people look at a Sagittarius, we're not trapped in a relationship with you. I'm gonna say this again. As a Sagittarius man, Moon in Aries, I know y'all don't want to hear, some of y'all want to hear this, but this ain't nothing but the truth. I was with a I done been with a Sagittarius. I done been with all the zodiac, with married and being in a relationship with a Sagittarius and an Aries. My first baby mama's a Leo. So I told her one day, I said, cause she got really offended by what I said. But I said, if I knew why you were trying to impress me, I could have saved you the trouble, because there ain't nothing you got or your family got what's gonna ever impress me. I already know where I come from, and a lot of people don't like to hear that. Just because you making $20 an hour and you think that's all of that, and that's fine and that's good for you, but I couldn't live in that. I'm headed to millionaire status. I got tired of being a six-figure man. But that ain't got nothing to do with you. And what people do is look at the ambitions and the dreams and the goals of a Sagittarius, and then they try to equate themselves. You don't compare yourself to me, because you are satisfied with little. You are satisfied with being who you are and the people that you interact with. Sagittarius people not like that. Sagittarius people like to evolve. They like to grow. That's why they go out and go explore to get other ideas, and then they thought they build their kingdom, because they believe they're gods, they believe they're goddesses. I'm just keeping it real with you. And the moment because I done been in so many relationships, the moment you think you got me pegged, I done seen it in the church. I done seen it in my ATRs. I'm gonna give you an example of Sagittarius, right? You see that this is called shark oil, right? I got more. Sagittarius deals in abundance. I'm never gonna have one of anything. Why that's important? Because when you don't respect that a Sagittarius is dealing with you because they want to deal with you, because I have never been in a relationship that I was in there because of a need. If I was in a relationship with somebody because I wanted to be there, you don't have anything that I cannot get outside of you. And you got to be confident that a Sagittarius is choosing you because they want to be with you. It has nothing to do with I don't have options. The moment you think it's your sex that got me there, the moment you think it's your money that got me there, the moment you think it's your that's your delusion. And then what happens is, I'm gonna show you. I done told women, I done have prettier. I done have finer than you, your mama, your grandma. I done have better cooks than you. You don't want to hear that, because you don't think that a Sagittarius could do and be in a relationship with you for you, because you lack confidence and self-esteem in yourself. When a Sagittarius choose you, they choose you. But when you are in a relationship with a Sagittarius and you listen to other people tell you you got us on lock, hurt a Sagittarius and see what happens. Let me tell you why you don't want to hurt a Sagittarius. I don't care if a Sagittarius don't ever tell you this. You're going to hear from this 51-year-old about to be 52 years old. We study who we with. We study you up and down in and out. The reason why we can be so good to you because we know what you like and what you don't like. And then when we get upset with you, we know exactly how to bring you down. A Sagittarius is smart. And when they're into you, they're going to learn you. They're going to learn your environment. They're going to learn how you move. They're going to learn how you function. They're going to learn, they're going to know things about your body that you don't even know. And when they do something to you, it's going to be deliberate and it's going to be intentional. I'm going to say that word again. I'm just letting you know. When you fool with a Sagittarius, if they're into you, they're into you. I'm going to say this again. If a Sagittarius is into you, sir and ma'am, and they are in authority, they're into you, they're going to be studying you. They're going to know your ups, your downs, your ins, and your outs. They're going to know when you got gas and when you don't have gas. A Sagittarius going to know everything about you. That's how we learn how to build you up. We can upgrade you. Because we know. Sagittarius doesn't like being wrong. I'm going to say that again. Sagittarius people do not like being wrong. And the best way to not being wrong is to know what you're talking about. And the best way to know what you're talking about is to study. Now, when we're not interested in you, we may not know nothing about you. We be sitting right beside you. I don't know. No, I can't talk about what I don't know. Assessing where you like. Assessing where you. Listen. What I want you to know, if the only way that you're going to be successful around a Sagittarius person is that you understand their energy. They're not there to show you up. They're there to show themselves up. A Sagittarius is not interested in what you got going on. They into their energy. That's what a lot of people I didn't even realize was competing with me. Because I wasn't even focused on them. I was like, oh, that's cute. That was nice. I got cousin them got it going on. I got biological cousin them. And I tell you, I got men in my family that got it going. Some of them got more money than me. They got more property than me. I'm not envious or jealous. They got different swag. It don't even bother me. Like a Sagittarius, they know how to compliment all of y'all, but they ain't not trying to do you. They doing them. My mother is a broken Sagittarius. I'm gonna tell y'all something. When a Sagittarius, light or dark, wanna hurt you, let me tell y'all something. And I'm gonna help y'all with some of y'all don't really get about Sagittarius. When they say that we don't have no filter, we call a spade a spade. My oldest son is a Cancer, and my middle boy is a Pisces, and then my youngest son is a Leo. They're all combined. I speak my mind. But let me tell you how you get hurt by a Sagittarius. It don't matter what a Sagittarius says, it's going to be built in truth. It's hard to shake something that a Sagittarius says when a Sagittarius not lying. You may not have confronted certain things about yourself. You may not indulge in certain realities about yourself. But when a Sagittarius says something about you that is the truth, and then you're not ready for it, it can do a lot of damage. Emotionally and mentally, my kids, like I would say certain things about their appearance. Why are you dressed like that? You too little for, like one of my old son, he's a short guy. And I'm like, I always used to tell him, I was like, when you got that kind of height, you got to speak up. You got to make your make your presence known, because people overlook you because of your size. You have to, I was trying to teach him how to show up in the world and be very present. But everything that I said, he took an offense to it, even though I was telling the truth. But he used to get hurt by a lot of stuff that I said. And then when you get mad with a Sagittarius for telling the truth, for hurting your feelings, now they're going to hurt your feelings. You want to know the truth about Sagittarius? When I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, and I'm trying to tell you the truth, and you get your feelings hurt, and you get mad with me, now I'm going to hurt your feelings. Because if you're going to be mad at me, you're going to be mad at me for a reason. Not everyone truthful like you, Chief Apostle. She made me wear around the scope. Let me tell you something, Nicole. One thing my kids will tell you, I got a 32-year-old, 29, about to be 30, and a 23-year-old. They'll always come back, Dad, I didn't like what you said. I didn't like how you said it, but you were telling me the truth. My kids have always been the type of men that will come back and tell me later, yeah, I'm mad with you for what you said and how you said it, but you still were telling me the truth. And let me tell y'all something. The reason why Sagittarius dwell in truth, because we don't feel like we can move forward in life without the facts. And I don't know how far to go with you if I'm lying to myself about who you are and what you are. Listen, we used to scrap, but I needed her truth. Let me tell y'all something. And because I got Nicole, my nieces, I was talking to my niece. She a Scorpio. I got Scorpio in my chart too. But my sister Gemini and she got 2 water signs. Her oldest girl is a Cancer, and then her middle girl is a Scorpio, and then her baby boy is Gemini. So her and her son get along a lot better because they alike in a lot of ways. And then she get him a lot of ways, but she always struggling with her girls, especially her Scorpio. So I was telling my niece that's a Scorpio, you know, I was giving her some real truth. I said, you rule by Mars and you rule by Pluto. You're gonna always, I say what, because I told her, I said, Google making a mountain out of a molehill. Because when you dealing with a Sagittarius, you are a water sign. Water is a memory foam. Water can be imprinted upon. When a Sagittarius is being honest with a water sign, when a water sign does not understand their energy, as in Mars, which is hot, Scorpio, which is transformation. So when that water has been heated by that fire, that's why it responds that way. But the problem is that a Scorpio is a fixed sign. Because I'm trying to tell y'all something. When you're dealing with Scorpios that are Scorpio, they're not going to care how you feel. The last thing on a Sagittarius mind, and sir, ma'am, if you were in a line in a cafeteria, sir, ma'am, the last thing on a Sagittarius mind is how you feel. There's a lot of things on a Sagittarius mind, but I promise you, how you feel about what they about to say is not. As long as they feel they telling you the truth, they will live with any consequence of that truth. Can I say it again? If you dealing with a Sagittarius and they are the ones in authority, I promise you, sir and ma'am, they're willing to put all the burden down behind truth. They can live with it. People have left my church over the truth. I go to sleep at night. If I'm telling you the truth and I'm being honest with you, however you take that, I can deal with that. Some of y'all think that Sagittarius be over there upset because you crying and you having a fit. I promise you, sir and ma'am, all that Sagittarius saying is they'll see it. They'll see it. You can be their child. You can be their mama. My mama Virgo. My grandma is a Sagittarius. And a Sagittarius, while you think that Sagittarius, Minister Mario, son of a Chosi, he's a Capricorn, but he have a Libra rising. So I would say things, and I let him talk to certain people in my church because, and I tell him, you can't deal with me in that conversation, right? So there's things that I said certain members in my church, and he would go back and say, oh, Apostle Ela didn't mean it like that. And I said, oh, I mean exactly the way that I said it. Because this is what y'all don't understand. A Sagittarius is anchored in their truth. And a Sagittarius that does not live in their truth cannot live in reality. They are seekers of the truth. And the only way that I can be your real friend, I got to accept you for who you are. Because if I don't accept you for who you are, I can't be your friend. If a Sagittarius telling you they love you for who you are, that means they have accepted the real truth about you. The good, the bad, the ugly. That's the best type of friend. That's why they can be loyal to you. A Sagittarius is not going to accept you for who you pretend to be. You can be the scum of the earth, or you could be a Proverbs 31 woman. A Sagittarius accept you for however your energy is. Because that's a fire sign, so we all about the energy. Because when I go to the cemetery, when I want to do dirty work, I go and find me somebody that's ratchet. When I want to do good work, I find me somebody that has moral character. It's all about the energy, baby. I can't, as a Sagittarius, accept you for whoever and whatever you is. But I can't accept you for what you pretend to be. My thing is, if you have a leader or elder or somebody that's an authority over you that's a Sagittarius, the first thing you need to make sure is you ready for the conversation. Because their conversation is rooted in philosophy, which is wisdom. Don't mean that Sagittarius can't be wrong. But a Sagittarius are not often wrong. And especially when they have a gut feeling about something, they're visionaries. And they can look at you and see your future. I can't accept you for who you pretend to be. I know that. A Sagittarius is not going to do that. I'm going to tell y'all how much Sagittarius believe in freedom. I have left out of relationships for being accused of doing witchcraft, root work, and conjure on people in a relationship. If you make me think, or you bring to my attention that you feel like you're here by force, I don't want that relationship. I don't care how long we done been together. I don't care what I done invested in. I'm out. I've never left out a relationship because of infidelity. That's how sacred freedom is to a Sag. When you act like I got you in a chokehold, I'm out. You never had to play with someone's freedom. Let me tell y'all something. If you gonna be with me, you got to be with me because you want to be with me. That's how I do with my clientele. It's never a forced thing. I let people make decisions. I let people find their own way. Don't ask me what I think about what you're doing. That's all you got to do. Do you the way you do it. All you got to do is never ask me what's my view or opinion on what you're doing. Because I'm going to tell you the truth. And all I try to encourage people, that if you find yourself, sir or ma'am, in a relationship with a man or woman that's in authority, this is the thing. They have the right, they have the position. Call it true and be told. I mean, my niece was so upset, and I was listening here, baby. You're going to be who you are. But you got to stop making a mountain out of a molehill, because you bring that intensity to everything, and everything, and it's not a mountain. It's a molehill. And you got to start recognizing that you're still young, but you got to start. That's what my thing is. When I'm helping people, I want them to understand their energy, so they know how. Like with me, I got a short fuse. I'm 51, about to be 50. I still have a short fuse. I get pissed off just like that. That's why Mr. Mario used to handle a lot of stuff. Because he sugarcoat. I call it lying. I'm going to say it again. To you, you're finding the more diplomatic way of saying whatever you got to say to that individual. A Sagittarius look at you as you lying to that person. If it ain't the raw truth, you lying. If it's not the adulterated truth, you lying. If you pitching a softball and a hardball game, A Sagittarius thing you be, because when it comes down to life, if I'm going to tell you life is cold, it is cruel out there, then I'm going to give you the truth about what you need to be doing in order for you to be okay. This is what, with this election, I was telling them people, I was like, I don't have a problem with racist people. I got racist customers that good to me. I got racist friends. Because I don't need you to change who you are. I'd rather you be authentically who you say you are. My problem with this election was Latino people that were adjacent to white, but pretending. Only time they wanted to be black is when they were doing conjure, and you want to benefit off of black people's plight and things that they have accomplished in this country. Then you want to be black. That's what I had a problem. I had a problem with the American Indian. I had a problem with Latino people. The only problem that I had with white women. I'll tell you what I had a problem. White women told us that they were going to vote for Kamala Harris because they was morally correct. And then when they went into that booth, they voted for Trump. I don't have a problem that you voted for Trump. Stand on that shit. I'm good with that. I don't have a problem if you didn't vote at all. I'm good with that. Stand on that. Whatever your truth is, what it may be, y'all be thinking that Sagittarius people be upset with you with your truth. They don't care. All they want you to do is be honest. And they will determine how far they gonna go with you. But sitting there don't kiki in my face. And I know you don't like me. Because I'm eventually tell you. I had a best friend of mine, his wife did not particularly care for me. And I was doing a fashion show through my church. And she got up and when the young lady, because he came out of New Jersey and New York as a fashion designer. And so a few of the pieces, but this particular dress was very revealing. And you know, like most models up north and just models in general, they don't wear panties. So it was preachers up there. I was a pastor. It was preachers up there, and she's I think she's Jamaican, but she was really sexy girl. But and she flaunted she exuded her sex, right? So she had this really nice gown on, but you can see through. But it was illusions, right? So but you could see, and my best friend wife came up to me and she's like, "Oh, I didn't come out here to see that anyway." And I turned around, looked at her. I said, "You don't like me anyway. Why does it matter?" Like with a Sagittarius, I don't care if your wife don't like me. I don't care, cause I can deal with your wife. Cause I'll tell your wife ass up. That's how I am. You don't have to like me to be in my church. You don't have to believe in everything that I believe in to be in my church. I don't need you to believe God. I don't need you to believe in the stuff that I believe, to do the things I need to do. Why are you even here? But she thought she was saying something to me. When a Sagittarius know you don't like them, they don't care what you think. Can I say this again? I don't care if people think I'm doing witchcraft. I don't care if they think I'm doing dark magic. If you talk to any real Sagittarius, only thing I care about is that you want me to help you. If you think I ain't no good, then why you messing with me? If you think I'm the devil, then why you asking for my help? I didn't say I was the devil. I didn't say that I was any of those things that you have labeled me. My problem with you is, if you believe what you come out your mouth, then why are you over here? Sagittarius people do not care what you think. They are unbothered. And what they're going to do is clown you. And that's what a lot of people, when they deal with Sagittarius in authority, that's what they don't like. A Sagittarius for to roast you. Because if you're not in a position or in a place in your life that a Sagittarius deemed worthy, then what you speaking on me in the first place? And what that Sagittarius for to do at that point, you can be family, You can be husband. You can be wife. You can be tata, mumbo. They finna rip you to shreds. They finna break down your whole life. And they finna clown you in front of everybody. A Sagittarius does not burn a fire in secret. I'm gonna say y'all this. I'm just trying to be honest with y'all, because you claim you want to learn spirituality. A Sagittarius would never burn a fire in secret. It will always be a bonfire. If you come after me and claim to be an enemy, I don't like throwing the rock and hiding hand. Come on out, let's do this. I don't like people that's hitting enemies. You the first person I'm gonna be doing Psalm 54 and Psalm 55 and bring you out to the light, Caroline. I don't have a problem with you don't like me. I have a problem with that you talking about me and you don't know me. Hey, they used to say when I come to, oh, hey, he always trying to outshine somebody. First of all, your lights weren't on in the first place. It is not difficult to outshine you anyway. Your house is dark. And then I had told my ex this. I said, I don't have a problem with your family talking about me. I said, I don't have a problem with your church members, none of them, have an opinion about me. Because an opinion is their perception about me. And everybody got a right to an opinion. What I got a problem with is that they want to tell their opinion, but they don't want to hear my opinion. See, when you having a conversation, it's a two-way street. And so what happens when you dealing with a Sagittarius, you want to talk shit about a Sagittarius either behind their back, and you don't want them to have, the attack a Sagittarius like, okay, go on, say what you got to say. Do your itemized list. All I'm asking is for my turn. That's all I'm asking. You done said what you had to say about my family. I want to talk about your family. You done said what you got to say about my half. I want to talk about your half. You done said what you had to say about my spirituality. I want to talk about your spirituality. A Sagittarius does not care that you have your opinion. They believe that everybody has a right to their opinion. The problem is that you want to pass your opinion. Just like when people come on social media, you want to make your little zingers and on my platform and don't want me to have no response. Oh, that ain't going to work. You want to talk about my hat, but you don't want to talk about your forehead. You want to talk about what I look like. I want to talk about what you ain't. That's a Sagittarius. The energy you bring determines what kind of energy you're going to get. Because we are naturally happy-go-lucky people. And that's what people, let me tell y'all something. What people try to do with Sagittarius. And it's very hard to do with a 51-year-old about 50, 52. You can't play victim with me. When you try to play victim with a Sagittarius, they're going to expose you. The more you try to act like you're innocent, a Sagittarius, that fire magic, that light and light, they're going to shine more and more light. Where you could have just said what you said and they said what they said and gone by their business, the more you engage with a Sagittarius and you trying to play innocent and that you the victim and you ain't bothering nobody, that Sagittarius for to set a blaze around your life. So all can see that you's a phony ass. And I'm telling you, a Sagittarius gonna take great pleasure in it. You can go around telling everybody you better than me, you this and you that. All I'm gonna do is shine bright like a diamond in the sky. That's how Sagittarius get people. And what them people get mad is that what you said you cannot maintain. If you don't think this is good information, that means you ain't got no wisdom. If you don't want much out of life, then you don't need to be messing with a Sagittarius that's in authority. If you're not there trying to be all you can be, you don't need to be dealing with a Sagittarius. Don't waste your time. Don't be frustrated. Don't be aggravated. If you are satisfied with your basic ass life, especially with me as a spiritual leader, it's just best not even deal with that Sagittarius. Because that Sagittarius has a visionary. They're going to always see things in a big, big, big way. And that ain't got nothing to do with you. That got nothing to do with them. But if you don't want much out of life, and I want everything that God got for me, Then how we gonna walk together? Two can't walk together except they agree. All I'm trying to tell you is, if you find yourself in a relationship with a man or woman, and let me tell y'all something, a lot of women, because Sagittarius fire is masculine, a lot of women can take my truth better than they can take that same truth from a female Sagittarius. Because a lot of women have a problem with female Sagittarius. Because female Sagittarius are very confident women. And a lot of women have insecurities. And so therefore, when somebody has something innate and something natural and it's easily to obtain, they have a problem with those type of women. And they target those women. Whether they say it or not. Because y'all know that women use nonverbal communication. Y'all know I keep it real now. So, these are the things that I feel like necessary. Like, if you're going to work with me or you're going to engage with me, if you're going to deal with me, you have to consider. Don't look at me as a root worker. Don't look at me as a conjurer. Don't look at me as an inspirational speaker. Always consider the energy that I bring is my sun sign, which is Sagittarius. That is Jupiterian energy. And I can only listen to your idiocy only so long. Because a Sagittarius has no problem calling you stupid. They don't have a problem calling you ignorant. And it's not out of hatred. It's not out of disdain. It is what you're saying makes no sense to that Sagittarius. They rule the higher mind. If you ain't trying to learn nothing, leave a Sagittarius alone. It's just what it is. If you got a Baba, a Tata, a Bumbo, a Hugon, or a sex partner that's a Sagittarius, and you trying to do this routine over it, it ain't gonna work. They gonna cheat on you. They gonna cheat on you. And it's not because they don't care about you. You're boring. You got one or two strokes. They learned them. They mastered them. Have more to offer. Have more substance. Have more. Don't be shallow. And if you know you shallow and you routine, leave a Sagittarius alone. I'm not being funny. If a Sagittarius, if there's a Sagittarius woman out there that acknowledge that, if a Sagittarius woman got a black dress, she got 40. I promise you she got more than one type of black dress. She got more than one type of black shoe. If it's a Sagittarius man, if he got, my blue is my favorite color. I got every kind of, whatever. That's why they have to have a certain amount of money. We're telling a Sagittarius about they spending too much on something, you might well bitch slap them. You gonna offend that Sagittarius. I got so many black shoes, but they design different. If I go, let me tell y'all something. I'm such a Sagittarius. I'll tell somebody, why would you go out of town and buy an outfit that you can buy in town? The whole purpose of going out of town is buying something different so people know that that's not from the local place you come from. I've seen people go out of town and still eat chicken fingers. You could do that at home. Well, if you're gonna go out and explore, it's about getting something different, a different outcome, a different experience. When I go to a restaurant, I eat things that I would not normally eat because I'm experimenting. I know next time whether I'm going to order it again or I'm not going to order it again. When it comes down to my conjure, I'm never going to do conjure the same way. I don't care how much time, I don't care how much money work I do, I don't care how much protection work I do. I'm never going to implement the same ingredients the same way. That is not Sagittarius. When I tell y'all that I come from money, people get mad with me. I'm gonna explain what I mean by that. I was in a relationship. My grandma's a Sagittarius, my mama Virgo. And I had bought some furniture. I was paying for it, but it was in her name. We got into an argument. The mama's telling me to take the furniture. My mama told me, my mama Virgo raised by, her mama is a Sagittarius. My mama told me, let her have it. We throw away better shit than that. My family have real property, rental property, resources. I came up like that. And when you're telling a Sagittarius about what they can't have, when they already been sheltered, that's the worst thing you can talk to. Don't ever tell a Sagittarius. If you don't want to help, you don't want to do, you don't want to purchase, that's fine. But to tell a Sagittarius what they cannot have, that's a no-no. You might well be raping a child. That's how offended a Sagittarius gonna get. If they don't ever tell you, I'm telling you, do not tell a Sagittarius about what they can't have. Especially if they're used to getting what they want. And that's even the ones that are poor. So if they have been exposed to resources, the last thing you want to tell a Sag is that the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not want. Don't go for them. Because they going to show you at that point. They're not listening to you. And they don't want to be around you. The last thing a Sagittarius want to hear out your mouth and from your lips and off your tongue is about what you're telling them about what they can't have. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. About 7 days a week, normally I wear brand new drawers every day. Underwear. There's sometimes that I got to wash and then I don't get out of the shop or whatever. I normally wear Bandicoot. On my bed, I burn all my sheets. I don't wash my sheets. I burn my sheets. I've never made what I do somebody else's financial responsibility. But I heard people say, oh, that's crazy to you. I don't want the energy of my sexual activities to be continue, because bleaching and cleaning is not, no, that's energy. Because I know energy is imparted, because I know how I get down. I throw it away and I burn it. When people talk to me, they act like they paying for my stuff. When I start telling people how I really live and the things that I do, they be like, oh my God, you wasting money. Do not tell a Sagittarius they're wasting money for the things that they are supplying for their life. That is not your lifestyle, it is theirs. And what you're going to do is get your feelings hurt. Because there's only so many times that Sagittarius going to let you say that. So I hope this helped. I hope that you took in consideration that I'm not telling my opinions. I'm telling you what energy is. I'm going to discuss a relationship that I've been in on my YouTube channel, because, you know, a lot of people just refuse to accept that I'm a Sagittarius. They accept the fact that I'm an apostle. They accept the fact that I'm a chief. They accept the fact that I'm a conjurer. They accept the fact that I'm a freak. They accept the fact that I'm an honest person. They accept the fact that I'm who I say I am. But for some unknown reason, they do not accept the fact that I'm a Sagittarius. And I don't know why that energy catches them off guard. I'm an apostle Sagittarius. I'm a chief apostle Sagittarius. I'm a UPS driver Sagittarius. I'm a freak, Freddy the Freak Sagittarius. I say these things because if you don't know what body of energy you standing in front of, then you gonna find yourself in a situation. I'm not a earth sign. I'm not an air sign. I'm not a water sign. I'm a fire sign. I'm a fire in Jupiter, and then my moon is in fire, which is Mars. I don't know why people keep Going past that, I tell you my rising sign is Pisces. If you think I care, that's your delusion. You know how many times Mother Sue done asked me stuff, oh, they would think, I said, I don't give a damn what they'll be. My son's a Cancer. He'll be talking that, Dad, you don't think what you said, how you think how they felt? How they felt? They should have worried about how they felt before they did or said what they said. Don't worry. Why you want me to be responsible when they should have considered who I was before they did what they did? A Sagittarius is not sitting there worried about how you think and feel. No. That's why we don't bother nobody. We be tending to our own business. We be trying to help those that want to be helped. And then you come on and talk about how you feel? What you thought. I told one person, I said, what job you ever had that paid you to think? What job you ever had in your life that they paid you to think for their job, their company? You've never had a job. You've never been in a relationship that somebody got in a relationship with you and married you because of how you think. Oh, you trying to be now? I'm not trying to be now, because I want to understand why you feel that you have there's a mandate on your life that God sent you down to this earth out of all these billions of people to come and tell me what you think. You're not even smart enough to fight your way out of a wet paper bag that's already busted at the bottom. I wouldn't follow you back with your intellect back to your house. And you know where you live. I don't trust your brain power at all. And when a Sagittarius tells you think that's offensive, no, they never ask you for unsolicited advice. They don't think you're smart enough. Most Sagittarius would not tell. I'm going to tell you. Because if we think you're smart, we're going to ask you. And a Sagittarius asks you a question, I already know the answer. We just going to see if you're going to lie. The average Sagittarius asking you questions, they just really see how you don't. All they trying to figure out what type of lie you use. Everybody lie, but they just trying to figure out what type of lie you use. You can lie for no reason. You can lie just because, or you can lie to say you're a liar. I tell people all the time, you ain't the IRS and you ain't the police. I ain't got to lie to you. Half of these people acting like they got so much money and this. You ain't got enough money to set you free. What am I lie to you for? Every baby daddy you ever had in your whole life ain't never made $100,000. Why? Is that cash out? Oh, hold on, let's see. At least they know how to get my attention. I didn't even see that, Darius. Hold on. Mental clarity. A lot of people can get a lot further in their spiritual growth with me if they would just be honest. They're so busy trying to make me think they something else that they're not. And all you're going to do is irk me. Because I don't need you to be nothing but who you are. That's how I help people. I help people with the truth. Why waste my time giving you information that's not where you at in life? I'm gonna give you information where you at in life. Where you trying to grow? You trying to do a 3-month plan? You trying to do a 6-month plan? You trying to do a 8-month, a 9-month plan, or a 12-month plan? Tell me where you at. Are you a go-getter or not? But tell me about you trying to be an astronaut and you ain't even passed the basic arithmetic. You struggling with subtraction and addition, child. I ain't got time for that. You can't get my attention like that unless you paying for my attention. Because you're going to get your feelings hurt. And that's even if you're paying. I'm not going to sit there and listen to you be stupid. Love. I got you, Karen O'Brien. Bayberry. I'm a type of person, it is what it is. I don't get it. Boy, this Apple phone. Love instant. I be straight up with people. I tell them I'm a 6-figure man. I'm going to millionaire status, and they still be trying to date me. I said I was not a broke hoe. I said I was a hoe. I never told you I was a broke hoe. Hi, John. I think I done moved that. Is that down on the floor? Darius, I burned that for you. Cause I moved that. Hi, John. I'm probably doing some work on somebody. And I'm gonna show y'all on my YouTube channel why I do conjure the way that I do conjure. Why I tell people. Let me tell y'all something. If you are a Sagittarius man or woman out there, when a Sag tell you what they don't want, they don't like, do not think you're gonna change them. If you gonna cause some problem and start a war, when a Sag tell you that they ain't interested, don't push them further. When a Sag tell you, man, you can't do business, don't go no further. Because Sagittarius people tell you what's on their mind. You never have to guess and assume. With me, I'll tell people, put your money where your mouth is. If you trying to get my attention, if you ain't hit my Zelle account, you ain't hit my Cash App or my PayPal, me no speak or no English. You not gonna get my attention. And I don't care how many people tell you, oh, he all about finance. You're not getting my attention. If my Zelle ain't bling bling, if my Cash App ain't a ring a ding ding, and if my PayPal ain't ba-boom, you're not getting my attention. You're not wasting my time. And what people don't appreciate about that is directness is giving you the opportunity to say, you know what, this is for me or this not. You don't even have to get your feelings hurt. You don't have to get roasted. You don't have to get condescended. None of that. If you just take that same way, do I even have the resources to be interacting with that man? If the answer is no, keep on watching. Give me some likes. Show me some hearts. But don't ask me about my spiritual practice, because you're going to get your feelings hurt. I don't talk to nobody for free, and that's even my mama. And I love her. And the reason why I'm like that, because she don't talk to nobody without for no money. She taught me that. She taught me and my sister. I never forget, my sister came in there crying. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Girl, I mean, like, she was like bawling. She got into her boyfriend. So I said, well, what's wrong? And he said, he don't love me. And she, you know that they cry, they would calm down. What you mean he don't love you? He asked me for my money. You could tell that my mama raised her. I said, well, how much? He asked me for 50 cents. My sister was a child. My mama raised a Virgo. And my mom moon is in Aries. My mom is all about the dead Benjamin. My sister was hard down, crying. I thought he had done really done something to her. She was squalling. And she loved that Negro. But he had done hurt her. Because he asked her for her money. So, don't blame me, blame my mom. I think I got everything. I got Karen O'Brien. I got your bayberries. Give me a little time, y'all, and I'm gonna do. I got Darius. All right. I'm gonna see y'all. Karen O'Brien, I'm gonna do your consultation. Time to see. I need to go get something. I'm gonna text you. What time I'll do the consultation. But I'm gonna come back on my YouTube account. I'll let y'all know. If you have not subscribed to my YouTube account, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers. We need like 25 subscribers. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, do so. And you can always come on my lives because I'm going to keep it real. Even if they try to block me. I'm going to be honest with you. You understand? All right. Love y'all. See y'all a little bit.